So then, it's the start of a new chapter for Warzone, I think. Is it Chapter 2, Season 1? Are we doing the Fortnite meme? I don't know what they're calling it, but it's Season 1 of Warzone. And that means all the Cold War weapons added into the game. And so I thought I'd bring you my very first match. I'm not even kidding. My very first match of the new update with the new guns. And we got a win. And I was really surprised. I actually used some of the new guns in my loadouts as well, some ground loot and stuff. And I just thought I'd do like a, you know, an unscripted commentary of the gameplay. It's a solos match. I'm just playing on my own. It's like 9 AM in the morning here. I literally got up at 10 to 7, took my dog for a walk, came back, started the download just so that I could get on and, you know, experience it for the first time. And yeah, managed to get a win, which is pretty awesome. I've already picked up a new gun here. That's the RPD. And I'm trying to decide which of the ones I want to keep. And then I think this is the Milano gun. Yeah, that's correct. I've literally got no idea what half the guns are from Black Ops Cold War, if I'm honest. I only use a few of them. I ranked up, I think, 5 to max level before Warzone came out. So definitely you're going to see those ones in this video here. But again, I'm now trying to decide which of the new ground loot guns I want. So I've gone for the full auto FAMAS and the Pellington sniper, which is basically the R700. Or what's it called in Modern Warfare? The SPR. I think that's what it's called. But you'll see my first kill here. And you'll see how much of a noob I am. Missed. Where did he go? Oh, look, there he is. Missed. Missed again. There we go. My first headshot. Fisher Price special, that was. The guns from Cold War, they sound really, really good in Warzone, and I think they look better than what they do in Cold War. Cold War has this weird, like, matte effect to the game. Like, everything is not shiny. Everything has no reflection on it. Like, the guns in the menu, they're just, like, flat. They don't have any depth to them. And here in Modern Warfare, they look so much nicer. Yeah, I think it just looks way better than Black Ops Cold War. So I'm really glad that there's all these new guns in Modern Warfare that I can use. Just doing some basic looting here, just trying to see what... I think that was the SPAS 12 shotgun, but I noticed the train. This has become a little bit of a fascination for me recently. I've started dropping on the train a lot more and fighting around it. And there was a vehicle next to it. That's a ground loot FAMAS right there, doing that amount of damage. Like, 25 rounds in the mag. Like, this is a blue ground loot FAMAS. This guy doing the jiggle. Caught me by surprise. But yeah, that's a ground loot FAMAS. Like, I've only used it once, and it was great. It was great fun. Just finishing up the flag gap. Some guy wanted to come and ruin the party. I think it was actually a guy from earlier. Unless everyone's just using the same outfit, because that's the new Black Ops Cold War operator Stitch. And that's just the outfit that the guy wears. A lot of people looked the same in this round because they've all got the dark clothing on. I think at this point there's actually a guy on the train here. I think this is what I'm trying to like predict where they might be. I've got a plan. I've got a plan. You'll watch it unfold in a second. I've done this enough times over the last week now with the train that I kind of know which areas to drop off at, which side to go for. Never jump off hospital side if you're going to do that and try and shoot somebody, because there's just no cover there. Whereas you can use the defilade and the bridge a little bit, and you can protect the train. It is hard to hold the train, admittedly, especially when you're playing solo, because you've got to peek all the angles. And this guy just popped in to say hello, and he's using one of the other new guns. Absolutely melted me. I think he was using the Milano. Oh no, Mac 10. He was using the Mac 10, the brand new gun that's just come out today for Black Ops Cold War and Warzone that you can unlock from the Battle Pass. But this is the new Gulag experience for Verdansk. So I think it's kind of cool. Like, you start off by going to the Gulag, and then the cinematic just kind of changes. You go past the showers, and then you end up underneath in some kind of like research facility, which I think is like a really nice nod to what used to happen and then what's happening now. Like, so they put you in the chair and they break your nose. Great experience. But yeah, this is the Gulag. You won't see much of it. I'm not sure if his outfit, bright red. I don't know if it's supposed to be bright red. Like, but he stuck out like a sore thumb, the poor guy. It was really easy to spot him. So I've managed to get myself back somewhat into the round. I've found another Pellington sniper. And there was a bit of fighting going on up here by the orange mark, which is why I pinged it. And there's a vehicle off in the distance. But there was a big truck here that got blown up. There was definitely 2 players, so I'm assuming there's now only 1. And there it is, right on cue. He started shooting, which is fantastic. So you're going to see me use the RPD here. So the RPD's got nice flat recoil. And that's a ground loot gun. 75 rounds in the mag as well. So that's a nice ground loot gun if you wanted one. I think there was a couple of other weapons on the ground there, but I knew I was going for my loadout at this point, so there was no point me picking up anything else. But yeah, the RPD was nice and flat there, so, you know, good mid-range light machine gun. Might as well go for it. And I think I get the QBZ, yes. So I've decided that this was one of the very few guns that I fully maxed in Black Ops Cold War. And I wanted to do it because I wasn't too sure how many other people would pick the QBZ as, like, one of the weapons they would first use in Warzone. But, yeah, so this is what it looks like in Warzone with one of the blueprints on it and then one of the camos over the top. You get one of the blueprints as part of the Battle Pass. I think it's a very early on unlock, maybe like rank 5 or something like that. Now, at this point here, I'm trying to spice up my round a little bit. I've picked up a bounty to try and get some more kills with the QBZ. And this guy was pushing up on the bounty. I never actually saw that guy again. So, I don't know if the bounty killed him or if he just went down the hill. You know, had a little slide away, something like that. But this is the, I think this is the Silex Hollow something, or is it the Hawksmoor site? I'm not 100% sure. It's one of the holographic ones, but the Black Ops Cold War ones, they don't come with a blue dot, so this is probably the best reticle that you can pick for it. I don't think I played this situation particularly well, if I'm honest. Like, I wasn't sure how this gun was really going to perform, so I was really tentative about where I was going to go, playing a little bit campy, because I'm not sure if the gun's got loads of recoil, if the damage is high enough. I don't know how this gun works in Warzone, so I'm being super cautious. I know he's down there, but I want the high ground, obviously. I managed to break his plates, and this is what you should never do. Re-peek before you play. I mean, he was pushing up on me, so admittedly, if I had decided to play, he would have killed me. But I would always recommend plating up before you re-peek. I don't know why I did that. I think it was just because I was like, right, I want to get this kill because that situation sucked because I lost all my plates and got hit really hard. Now, you'll notice here, we are in the middle of Circle 3. It's not even collapsed yet. And there are only 23 players left in this match. I've got a funny feeling lots of people died very, very early on to ground loot guns. They came back from the gulag and they just died off. And that sucks because it means that later on in your rounds, the action is nowhere near as high. I mean, my driving skills here are just absolutely fantastic. But, yeah, I think just a lot of people died early on. People wanted to pick up the new ground loot guns and give them a try. So I noticed on my UAV that there were 2 guys that I literally drove past in that car. And they're just over here having a little gathering. Socially distant gathering, I might add. One guy's over here. And then there's one guy on the pink roof to the left-hand side. But, I had to take the SPR because it's just the best sniper in Warzone, and I haven't ranked up the Tundra or the M82 or the Pellington yet. I haven't touched any of those guns from Black Ops Cold War. I can't believe I missed that snipe there. I was so annoyed that I missed that one. So the 2 guys that are over here still haven't moved at this point. Like they're clearly just camping buildings. Bless them. They don't want to take the heat. But there's one guy in this little hut at the front, and he finally glints me. Just pull off a casual headshot there. That was such a nice kill. It was one of those ones where, like, you bring the gun up to your eye, and then you move the mouse round to the guy, and you just go, right, it's on target, I'll take the shot, and I'll see if I land it. And I did land it. It's just such a satisfying feeling with the SPR. It really is. I mean, like, look at this shot here. Great. It's just it's such a satisfying gun to use. Even with all the new guns, like, I'll still be using the SPR quite extensively. It's just such a good gun in Warzone. Unfortunately, this guy that I downed, obviously he's got self-res, otherwise I would have killed him instantly. I think he actually manages to get away here, which is kind of frustrating. I know he's going to run through that window, or he's going to appear there. I don't land the shot. That would have been a body shot. Might have killed him if he didn't have plates. But unfortunately, I think he then runs to the right and then runs away. Yeah, he manages to get away. I try and close the gap up to the rock, but there's no point running all the way across there. I'm still on the lookout for this guy. There was some fighting over at the garage. And I think this is actually someone different. Not the same guy. I think it's someone different. It feels weird, like everyone looks like they were wearing the same clothing. But I think that was a different guy. And that's what I mean about this SPR. It's just absolutely magical. It's so good. You can't beat it. Now, at this point here, I'm a little bit stuck. Someone's called in a cluster on me. If you can see, it's like coming right down on top of itself, so someone's pretty close. And I get picked off by this guy, just appearing exactly where the other guy was. I think he might have been using one of the new guns, like a ground loop gun, because like from that range, he should have absolutely melted me. I was out of cover. I had no chance whatsoever. I got a nice cheeky headshot on him, which felt pretty good, not gonna lie. That was a nice one, just peeking around the side of the rock. You might not have heard that in the headset, but I just heard he'd finished his self-res. So I pulled out to the right-hand side to give me a little bit more cover behind the trees, and then I could finish him off with the QBZ. This is the other guy that I killed, pick up his loot, see what they've got. But with only 6 players left, really, I'm just making sure that I've got everything I absolutely need. And like an idiot, I left the armor plate box back there. I should have picked that up. Armor break on that guy. Some random explosion. I think that was a C4 over there or something like that. Not 100% sure. But those guys having their own little scrap. I've actually got quite a nice position here. Like, got the high ground at the top of the circle. Another nice SPR snipe. Absolutely love that weapon. I think I've said that about 50 times in this video. I think you're going to know that I really like the SPR after that. And there we go. Down to the final 3. This is where it starts to get a little bit squeaky bum time. This is where I get nervous and start shaking. Now, up on the orange mark, there was some fighting. There was a red mark, and then now there's only 2 players left. So it's just me and this guy that's presumably up by the orange mark. And there we are. There he is. Pick him out. I can't explain it. Like, just it's the SPR it's almost too good, but I don't want to say that because I think it'll end up getting nerfed at some point if too many people say that. But it's just it's the perfect sniper for Warzone. It's just perfect. Surprised I didn't land that second shot there, but we've got to try and close the gap on this guy. He does have the height advantage, so I thought I'd try and throw him off and run to the right hand side. I think he ran to his right, so he's using the hill as cover. I'm trying to use the trees as cover. Most people wouldn't expect you to go down to the right-hand side, and I thought, right, time to switch it up. This guy's definitely closing the gap on me. I got to close it on him. And the QBZ comes in clutch right at the end for the Warzone win. I thought that was a pretty good round. I'm going to switch over to the menus and show you my QBZ loadout if you're interested in it. It's just the one that I thought looked best. I haven't quite figured out all the attachments yet, but you'll see in the next bit. So this is my QBZ loadout. I've got the agency suppressor on here, which gives you sound suppression and a bit of vertical recoil control. But unlike the monolithic suppressor on Modern Warfare guns, you don't get damage range increase and you don't get bullet velocity increases. They are taken away from the gun. They're negative. So you lose damage range and you lose bullet velocity. So to counteract that, I've got the 15.5-inch Task Force barrel, which increases overall damage output. It increases the damage range and it increases bullet velocity. But you do lose out on some vertical and horizontal recoil here. So, again, it's very different to a Modern Warfare gun. I'm using the Silux Holo Scout sight, which I really like. Then I've got the Field Agent Grip, which reduces vertical recoil and horizontal recoil to counter the added recoil from the barrel. And then we stay with a 60-round fast mag, so you get a faster reload here on this weapon. I hope you enjoyed the video. My first win in Warzone Season 1. Thanks very much for watching. Leave a like if you did enjoy. And I'll catch you all in the next one.